Greetings, lords and ladies. Welcome back to Chakras with Love, Part 7. We're going to focus on the Crown Chakra today and follow that up with several more chakra meditations. There are 9 main chakras. Most people are only aware of the 7, but there are actually 9 main ones, and there's several more larger chakras, satellite chakras to the heart, for example, to the Dantian points. We're going to talk about all that stuff. We're going to do videos helping you to learn to sort of exercise those, your energy body, really. Because like your physical body, and unless you exercise it, unless you give it some type of attention, it's basically going to waste away, or atrophy. And your overall health is going to be compromised. I mean, you can work your body out all day and be really great and fit, but you also need to do the energy work, and you also need to work the chakras. Conversely, you can work your chakras and meditate all the time, but unless you move your body and do some physical work, well, your body's not going to be doing so great either. So all these 3 systems kind of work together. The spiritual, emotional, and the mental play out, and the physical. So these 3 things are interrelated. So spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical. Owned, Ord, and Lakey, as it's said in the northern Germanic sort of spiritual pagan tradition. So, a little bit of encouragement, perhaps another way to think about this stuff that you may not have thought about it in that way before. Unless you work those chakras, well, they're not going to be so vibrant. They're not going to be, and you're going to be more easily taken advantage of also, honestly. Because, like we said, everybody's got muscles. Not everybody's muscles are developed. Everybody's got chakras. Not everybody's chakras are developed. So I hope that this helps you to develop your chakras and to strengthen you in your life, to allow you to receive more love, and be aware of the love that you're receiving. Because I think we're all receiving love. I think sometimes we just aren't aware of it, or we're shut off to it. So not only I hope these videos allow you to be aware of the love that is available to you, from all of creation, but also to be able to let that love flow through you and so that you can give more love, as well. All right. So with all that being said, you guys can't see her, but we're joined here by Madeline, the cat, and she is all ready to meditate. In fact, I think she's already meditating here. See if you can see her here real quick. There she is. All right. So Madeline and I are ready to go, and without any further ado, let's allow our eyes to close. And just bring a gentle attention to your breath. Count the next 4 breaths. And now bring your attention to the very base of your spine. And just notice simple sensations of your glutes, your legs, in contact with the cushion or the seats or the chair. And begin to trace up with your mind, trace up your spine. Begin to make little adjustments that may hopefully release tension, pressure. Going all the way up the spine, through the neck. And see if you can line the ears up with the shoulders, as this can reduce the fight with gravity, because the head being a little forward or a little back can create tension, because our heads weigh 8 to 12 pounds on average, and the head's a little forward, well, it's fighting with gravity. So see if you can line the ears up with the shoulders. Count another 3 breaths. And now guide your attention gently to your feet. And with a gentle and a curious type of attention, just notice. Notice the sensations of your feet against the ground, the floor. Count 3 breaths. Bring your attention to the very, very top now of your head. Guide your attention now to the very top of your head. Count another 3 breaths. And now imagine, if you could, 1 to 3 feet above the top of your head, your own personal sun, or an orb or portal of light to the highest source of love, or to your higher self, however you'd like to think about that, something similar to one of those 2 descriptions. And imagine that light. See if you can get that, begin to cultivate that image in your mind. That sun above the head. And now begin to imagine that light shining down onto your crown. And imagine your crown receiving that light, taking that light in, drinking it in, just as a tree receives the light from the sun, its branches reaching up. And count the next 3 breaths. And remember, if you get distracted, if you lose your place, you can always come back to the breath. And from the breath, recultivate the image. Remember the imagery you were working with. And then finally, you can go back to the area, the physical area of the body of the chakra, or the Hvels, with which you are working. In this case, very top of the head. So you can redirect your attention to the breath, the sensations of the breath, the rhythm of the breath, the imagery, and the physical body, the physical area of the body. So let's count another 3 breaths, noticing the very top of our heads, and breathing that light, imagining that light coming down with the out breath into the crown and into the body, into the light body and into the physical body. Let's take 3 breaths with that. And let's count another 3 breaths. Again, imagining that light naturally being received by our crown, coming through our crown, into the physical body and the astral body. And see if you can imagine that with each out breath. As you breathe out, the breath flowing down into the bodies. And another 3 breaths. Noticing that light. Imagining that light coming down. Naturally receiving that light. Just naturally receiving it. Just as a tree naturally receives the light from the sun. Let's take another 3 breaths. And 3 more breaths. And now just say to yourself or out loud, I invite love into my crown chakra, into my crown Hvel. I welcome love and invite love into my crown Hvel. And from there, just intend and trust that love, that energy will go where it needs to go for your healing, cleansing, clearing, and strengthening. And let's count another 3 breaths. Let's take another 3. Count those breaths gently to yourself as you imagine and notice as you receive that light through your crown, that it goes where it needs to go, your highest loving good. And that's what I intend for you and for me. So let's take another 3 breaths. 3 more breaths. Now for the next several breaths, begin to allow your eyes to slowly open, keeping your gaze soft. Don't focus too quickly. And begin to let your eyes move around the environment, letting them come to rest on different objects for about 5 seconds. Continuing to let your gaze slowly adjust. And continue to feel your breath. Nicely done. I want to close with a little poem that was included in this Chakras with Love guidebook by Suzanne Winterton. Come down, O love divine, seek thou this soul of mine, and visit it with thine own ardor glowing. All right. Thanks very much. Hope you'll have a great week. I hope this was helpful. I'll see you in a few days. Skål.